Good evening, one and all. Yes, sir. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the guest lecture on kinematics of machinery. I will take this opportunity to welcome today's guest speaker, Dr. G. Srinivasa Gupta, sir, Professor and HOD of VNR VJ80, Hyderabad. It is an honor and privilege for us, sir, to have you with us
Thank you, madam. Shall I now start, madam?
today.
Shall I now start,
I
madam?
also welcome second year students on kinematics of machinery. I am sure we will be enriched by the guest lecture. Once again, I welcome all of you for this session. Thank you, sir. Sir, you can start now, sir. I
Yeah,
welcome
yeah,
you
madam.
all.
Okay,
Okay,
let
sir.
me go
Thank
through
you.
the presentation mode and I will start my session.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Welcome you all. Good evening, everybody.
Sir, your voice volume is low, sir. Please increase your
Yeah,
volume,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. Just. It's all right, sir, now.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Otherwise, I will stop fan or some breathing.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Little bit low volume, sir. Better.
Yeah, I will okay, increase my tone otherwise. Okay, no problem. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Welcome you all for this session of 1 hour kinematics of machinery. So, it is presumed that you have all the concepts of thorough understanding of the terminology involved in the mechanisms and machinery. As you all are gone through, you might have gone through that. What is link? What is kinematic pair? What is kinematic chain? What is mechanism? What is machine? So I would like to start my lecture by giving the clear-cut distinction between mechanism and machine. Basically, we are going to focus today on velocity and acceleration diagram. These are the whole soul and art of this subject, theory of kinematics of machinery. My voice is audible, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir,
Little
but
bit
little
low
bit
volume.
slow, sir.
Yeah, yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. Yeah, now, sir? Now,
Yes, it's okay, sir. Now, fine.
okay? Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, basically, the difference between mechanism and machine is mechanism is number of links or elements. We can use different terminology, elements, parts, or links which are connected together so that there is a relative motion between them. Means they are constrained such a way that the motion between the parts is predictable. Okay, so that is mechanism. There is a difference between kinematic chain and mechanism. If any one of the link is fixed in the kinematic chain, then it will form a mechanism. If there is no link is fixed in the kinematic chain, simply we will say all the links are or elements are connected together. It is a kinematic chain. If there is, but there is a relative motion between the each and every connected member with respect to the other member. If one link is fixed, that is called mechanism. But mission, what is the mission? Mission is a combination of mechanisms, but it deals basically with the transformation and transmission of energy to get desired work. So, machine transforms the energy. We will focus on energy transformation, conversion of energy from one form to other using the combination of all these mechanisms. Okay, so we can define mechanism as a constrained kinematic chain. Motion of any one of the link in the kinematic chain will give a definite and predictable motion relative to each other. Usually, one of the links of kinematic chain is fixed, then it forms a mechanism. I would like to give basically what sort of mechanisms we are going to have focus in this subject is concerned. Just I will scroll out all the mechanisms and corresponding inversions. Okay, then you can we will go through the these mechanisms. How do we draw velocity and acceleration diagrams using different approaches, right? So these kinematic chains basically classified into three types. Of course, we are going to deal these three types in this subject. Basically, it is a simple 4-bar chain, or it is also called quadratic cycle chain, and single slider crank chain, and double slider crank chain. Then, okay, you know, I need not go each and every individual details of each and every type of these mechanisms, 4-bar and single slider and double slider. I will skip that. Basically, it is very important to understand what is inversion of a mechanism. If you fix one link in the kinematic chain, you will have one inversion, means mechanism. Similarly, if you fix different links in different links, then you will have different mechanisms. So these mechanisms are called inversions of given kinematic chain. For example, if you take 4-bar chain, you will have inversions of beam engine, coupling rod, Watt's indicator mechanism, having fixing different links at different individually, then you will have different types of mechanisms. Basically, mechanism means you are going to give input to the one or the two links, depends on degrees of freedom. Then you are going to get desired output motion to the output link. Okay, so these are the inversions of quadratic chain or 4-bar mechanism. And also similarly, single slider crank chain, second one, it is very, very important because in IC engines or in spacecraft engines, all this single slider crank chain is the basic mechanism involved. Okay, the terminology which you need to familiar with this single slider crank mechanism is what is crank, what is connecting rod, what is slider, which is in IC engine case it is called piston, and frame. Frame means fixed elements are called frame. So if we go for inversions of single slider crank mechanism, we will have, by fixing different links, we will have different inversions. So we will have in single slider crank mechanism, we will have inversions of pendulum pump or pull engine, oscillating cylinder engine, rotary internal combustion engine or NAM engine, aircrafts. It will be used crank and slaughter lever quick return motion mechanism, used slotting and shaper missions, which we usually observe in our workshop, mission shop. And Whitworth quick return motion mechanism, planing mission, we will use this mechanism. These are the inversions of single slider crank mechanisms. Majority of the applications in machinery will find these mechanisms. Okay, all these inversions, okay, you can go through later on also. Okay, so now let us focus basically on inversions of double slider crank chain. Also, you know, very, very much familiar with everybody. Electrical tram is Scotch-Yoke mechanism and Oldham's coupling. These are the inversions. We need not go in detail all these. Our focus basically today is on how to draw velocity and acceleration diagrams for a given mechanism. Okay, so what is the importance of, why do we go for acceleration diagram, velocity and acceleration diagrams? Okay, a design engineer, while designing machinery, you need to understand what are the relative parts connected and what is the relative motion between each other. Because the designer has to understand the material behavior and see that the stresses induced in the materials should not reach its beyond its capacity levels. So if in the dynamic motion, all the mechanisms are under the dynamic motion conditions. So the velocity and accelerations are important, such that once you find, you can able to determine velocity and the acceleration of different parts of the machinery, then you can find acceleration forces, because you know that inertia forces are most dominant one which generate the stresses which are more predominant than static loading conditions if you apply load steadily. So these velocity and acceleration will lead to inertia, generation of inertia forces. The material, if at all, fail because these magnitude, the magnitudes of these stresses are very much high than under static loading conditions. So our focus here is only the finding motion parameter. Those are velocity, displacement, velocity, and acceleration of given mechanism. These are very, very important for the designer to know the these quantities for a given mechanism, how they are, what are these quantities, and how do he can find from these quantities the inertia forces generated because of the dynamic motion. So coming to the velocity analysis, basically there are two methods, simple methods through which we can find velocity of the mechanism as well as acceleration also. These are relative velocity method, that is graphical method. Using relative velocity concept, we can comfortably draw velocity diagrams of given mechanism, various parts of given mechanism, and we can estimate the velocity, magnitude, and direction of velocities of various components. Second method is instantaneous center method. This is called eye center method. This is also somehow identifying instantaneous centers and finding the velocity in somewhat simple cases than the previous method. So before going to understand how to draw velocity and acceleration diagrams, one need to understand what is the absolute velocity, what is the relative velocity. Am I audible clearly? Am I audible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then thank you. So absolute velocity means if you compare the velocity of any part or link or element in the mechanism with respect to the fixed point or fixed link, that is absolute velocity. Relative velocity is coming to the, you are comparing the velocity relative to another moving object. That is called relative velocity. How do we use these concepts in the while drawing velocity diagrams using graphical or instantaneous center method? We are going to see soon. So how to draw velocity diagram? Okay, what is basically velocity? Okay, suppose a link is a link OA, let us say O is center point, center of rotation, and the link OA is rotating in the it is in the circular motion, let us say. At the instant, the link is at position A, let us say. Okay, the point on the link is at position A, let us say. Then if it makes an angle, rotate an angle d theta for a time interval of dt, then it takes the position of A dash. Then what is the velocity of the point on the link A? We can say that velocity is rate of change of, that is displacement by rate of change of displacement. Displacement by time period, velocity. So we can write velocity equal to the how much amount it is displaced, A dash by time period dt. What is A dash? If the center of rotation to the point on the link is distance r, that is called radius of that link, let us say, then r d theta is the amount of displacement it has got. Then over dt, time period, how much time period it has got, the displacement dt. Then r d theta by dt, we can write is the velocity. Then d theta by dt, rate of change of angular angle is called angular velocity, as we know that. Then we can write r omega. What is the direction of this velocity of point A on the link? It is because delta t tends to 0, then we can say that at that point of moment, the direction of rotation of the link, it is not given here. Suppose you can understand, I think, if it is rotating clockwise, then only this direction of rotation of point A at the moment when it starts is perpendicular to OA. O is not the center of rotation O. Okay, that is r omega. Similarly, at any position of that point after rotating at any instant, the velocity of that point is equal to radius of that rotation and the angular velocity of that. If angular velocity is uniform, then this point at any position, the velocity of A is constant. If angular velocity is changing, here suppose d theta plus delta d theta, let us say, then the rate of change of angular angle rotation is changing, then it is changing its angular velocity also. Okay, that we will discuss in detail while discussing velocity diagram. Now coming to the relative velocity concept. If an object A, let us say, is displacing from point O, okay, moving with an velocity VA, then another object from same location is moving from velocity VB, then they are having different velocities VA and VB with respect to O. Velocity of A with respect to fixed point, let us say O is fixed point. Similarly, velocity of B with respect to O is VBO. We can write VBO or VAO or VAVB because about fixed point. Then what is the relative velocity of B with respect to A? Then we can use the notation VBA, velocity of B with respect to A, presuming that A is fixed and B is rotating. That means even though A is moving, okay, we can say that velocity of B with respect to A, then it is called relative velocity because A is also moving here. Then we will use the notation. Notation is very, very important to understand the procedure of drawing velocity diagrams for a given mechanism. So generally we will use the notation VBA, okay, uppercase letters, then B, velocity of B with respect to A. Then vectorially, the magnitude of that velocity, if we want to measure, we will take B, velocity of B with respect to A, indicating with the arrow A towards B. That is AB, small letter. So we will use that vector magnitude. Okay. So magnitude, direction, obviously we can see from the diagram, A towards B, the direction, how it goes. So velocity of B with respect to A, notation VBA, and magnitude A towards B, we can measure and we can give that value of velocity. So relative velocity of B with respect to A is VBA, and vectorially it is AB bar. We can write here bar or AB. Okay. So magnitude. So this is the basic concept of relative velocity. I think you can understand. Absolute velocity of A with can be given with respect to O. Absolute velocity of B given with respect to O. If you want relative velocity of B with respect to A, simply join point A on the velocity diagram. Suppose velocity of A, you can magnitude OA. Velocity of B, magnitude OB. That we indicate with VB and VA. Relative velocity of B with respect to A is AB, vectorially, small AB. Okay, I think you can got the point of relative velocity concept. With respect to fixed point, if you describe, that is absolute velocity. With respect to moving point, if you want to describe velocity of any other point, then it is called relative velocity. Okay, so for example, if you take these are the familiar mechanisms one need to understand to draw velocity diagram. The procedure is concerned. I will show procedure how to draw velocity diagram. Okay, so first of all, we have to draw given configuration diagram with a suitable scale. Suppose scale is not fit for our paper size and everything, you need to choose suitable scale and draw the given diagram as it is. Given diagram is called configuration diagram. The mechanism which is given, this is a line sketch, skeleton diagram, black diagram it is called. Okay, that is configuration diagram. You need to reproduce that configuration diagram. Then in that configuration diagram, let us take, this is the example. This is the configuration diagram given. You need to reproduce the configuration diagram first of all. Then you see what are the fixed points here in this 4-bar mechanism. ABCD is given, link AD is fixed and length is given 15 centimeter. Crank AB is 4 centimeter length and it is rotating with 180 RPM clockwise, revolutions per minute given. While link CD is length is given 8 centimeter and the lengths of BC equal to AD it is set. Okay, the angle BAD is given 60 degrees. With these quantities, you can easily reproduce the given diagram. Now coming to the velocity diagram, how do you draw? Okay, you know that A is fixed point, B is rotating with some angular velocity given 180 rpm, then this is revolutions per minute given, so you need to convert into angular velocity. Angular velocity is 2 pi n, you know that. Okay, so you can write velocity of B with respect to A is angular velocity of link into center of rotation to the point B, AB. Okay, I think you are able to catch this point. Angular velocity is omega, we will use the notation. B, that link, entire link, any point on the link, angular velocity is same because it is rotating. Angle rotated by any point on the link is, any point on the AB is same, you know. So angular velocity you can find, number of revolutions, if you know, 2 pi n is the angular velocity. By, because revolutions per minute given, you need to write, revolutions per second, so divided by 60. So you are going to get 50.24 centimeter per second is velocity of B with respect to A. You know that the direction, you need to understand the direction and magnitude. Magnitude we have calculated here 50.24, and direction, what is the direction of B with respect to A? At that instant, always instant diagrams, these are at the instant, given instant, what is the velocity of B? Because it is about to rotate with this angular velocity, velocity of B with respect to A can be taken as a direction is perpendicular to AB length. Okay, I think you understand. So then draw velocity diagram. Fixed points you mark first as a point on the velocity diagram. A and D are fixed points here because relative velocity between A and D, D with respect to A or A with respect to D is 0 because it is fixed link. That's why the velocity of A or D on the velocity diagram is 0. So that is fixed point. Then velocity of B with respect to A is perpendicular to AB in the configuration. This is configuration diagram. The orientation of AB is, you can see here, 60 degrees with the AD. So the velocity of B can be drawn, which is perpendicular to AB.
Sir, good evening, Gupta sir, please.
Yeah, sir.
Sir,
Good evening, sir.
good evening. Sir, can you zoom the slide, sir? Because
Yeah, sure. Okay, sorry.
yeah, now it is visible.
Okay.
The
Okay,
students
sir.
are watching in mobile, na?
Yeah. No issue. I
Okay,
forgot.
thank you.
Okay,
Carry
thank
on,
you,
sir.
sir. Thank you. So velocity of B is perpendicular to AB. So you draw, you know magnitude. Okay. So what is the notation? Notation we are going to give vectorially. It is A to B. Okay. As I have shown the notation. So AB magnitude, velocity diagram, always we are going to use lowercase letters. So AB magnitude is, we have calculated magnitude is 50.24. Then you need to adopt some scale. Otherwise you cannot draw 50.24 mm or centimeters it is given. Okay, adopt scale 1 centimeter equal to 20 meter per second. Okay, then you can, based on that, you can calculate how many centimeter it has. 2 point. Okay, so by 20, 50.24 by 20, if you write, you can write how many centimeters. Then draw a line which is perpendicular to AB in the configuration diagram. For this perpendicular line, which is magnitude is whatever you calculated using the scale, then A to B, it is a vectorial A to B. Draw a line perpendicular to AB in the configuration diagram or given mechanism, black diagram. Then AB, you know that AB is in this direction. So perpendicular to AB. Okay, use your set squares and draw a line perpendicular to AB, passing through A. Then magnitude is whatever you have calculated, use that. Then you can mark, identify point B. So AB is known on velocity diagram. Then how do you find velocity of C? So you know that relative velocity of C with respect to B is presuming that B is fixed at the moment. Then C, relative velocity of C with respect to B is perpendicular to BC. So you don't know angular velocity of BC, so that only you know the direction of velocity of C with respect to B. Okay, vectorially it is BC towards C. Okay, perpendicular to BC in the configuration diagram. So to trace the point C, okay, draw a line in the velocity diagram through B perpendicular to DC in the configuration diagram. For this perpendicular line, try to draw, okay, from point B. Okay, from point B, try to draw a line perpendicular to BC. You know only the direction. You don't know magnitude. Then second concept is to find C is the point on the link